17 years ago, I met a dog in France. It turned out to be the most magical day of my life. And this is the true story of what happened. My wife Pam and I were just back from France. With this golden tan, you could tell at a glance. But the sun took a while before it shone through. Days of rain with nothing to do. But my dad used to say, and this is a good call, when it's been raining, find a waterfall. So we packed a picnic and planned our route, got in the car with our stuff in the boot. Pam started humming and I sang along, our favourite of course, that Cliff Richard song, the one all about the holiday. We sing it whenever we go away. But finally, after a left-hand fork, we parked at the start of the waterfall walk. We got out of the car, Pam said, just a mo. She grabbed the picnic, we were ready to go. Just then, a little brown dog appeared. He smelt our picnic, that's what I feared. Off you go now, you greedy hound. I shooed with my arms and stamped on the ground, but dog just stood there looking at me. Come on, said Pam, there's a waterfall to see. So off we strode, the sign pointed east. There was me, there was Pam, and dog and a feast. Now we'd gone a quarter of a mile or so, and came to a fork. Which way should we go? There wasn't a sign and we hadn't a map. The planning of this trip had been rather crap. But dog was in front and had gone to the right. Could he know the way? Pam said he just might. Don't be so daft, he's a dog, I said. He's after one thing, he just wants to be fed. But with no other clues and no paper trail, we decided to follow a brown waggy tail. Now this didn't happen just once or twice. There were 10 or more throws of that doggy dice. There were stiles and paths and kissing gates too. We were trusting a dog that we hardly knew. And it wasn't like this was just a short walk. It was mile upon mile and fork after fork. And then we saw it. A waterfall appeared. Dog actually found it, not as I'd feared, and a perfect view and a picnic spot. Our doggy roulette had hit the jackpot. We set out a rug and plates with a view. Dog looked ready to join the feast too. But strangely enough, he refused all our food. He was being content, serene, but not rude. I judged him quite wrongly. He was no greedy hound. He just like the walk is, his paws on the ground. And when we had finished, he cocked his head so, as if to say, now are you ready to go? We were indeed thinking of then heading back, but dog seemed to know of a further track. We couldn't resist and followed again, even though I said we must be insane. So we then followed dog for about half a mile, thick trees either side, a path, single file. Dog veered off left, so we followed too, and lo and behold, another waterfall view. Dog knew this walk like the back of his paw, but for us, another surprise was in store. Pam said, come on, let's get back to the car. I didn't know where and not a clue as how far, so we just followed dog and off we went, and that was how the next hour was spent. But my sense of direction, which is seldom wrong, started to sing me a very bad song. I then said to Pam that for all we knew, dog was walking to Timbuktu. I don't think he knows wherever we are. We then turned the corner, and there was our car. This truly was the most magical day of my life. And when we got back, the dog just wandered off and we never saw him again. But the most extraordinary thing was the name of the waterfall turned out to be La Cascade du Chien, the waterfall of the dog.